What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be looking at the top drum kits of 2020. So if you need to upgrade your drum sounds or you just need to add some different ones to your arsenal, this is exactly what you're looking for. Let's get into this. Alright, the first drum kit I want to talk about is the Beatz Quarantine Kit. So this one's been out for a little bit now, pretty much since quarantine started. Get the name. But anyways, this one has a really good suite of different sounds. Every single category is awesome here. The 808s are fire. Claps are good. Hi-hats are fire. Pretty much every single category is rocking out on this one. And you can see that there's only 5 or 6 files per category, but that's because they're all freaking fire. So this is definitely a great kit to grab. It's also on Splice. So if you have a Splice account, you can just put all your credits towards that and grab it. It's not that expensive. I really like this slide 808 in the murder kit because it's really good for doing drill beats. The 808's a perfect length and it sounds really hard, so it's really good for doing those 808 slides. The next one I want to talk about is the Cash Money AP and Foreign Tech Mob Ties Part 2. This is my favorite kit that Cash Money and Foreign Tech came out with this year, and pretty much everything in it slaps as well. I use a little bit of everything out of this kit. The 808s are especially hard. I'll run through some of the harder ones right now. So, I mean, you can get pretty much all your 808s there. And as you can see, there is quite a few samples in these categories. So you got a whole slew of things. Another thing is these hi-hats are awesome. I use these hi-hats all the time. So I'm a big fan of the hi-hats, the 808s. The kicks are pretty good as well. I like to use this bezel one a lot. And the diamonds. And presidential. These ones just seem to cut through and they can overlap over the big 808s like the spins and things that are similar like that, and they kick right above it, so you can set your kick up really loud and you'll always hear it through with those different kicks. There's a couple fire snares in here as well. Cash Money AP just came out with the Godfather drum kit too, which is also fire. I prefer the Mob Ties one over it though. There's a lot more samples and there's better ones in there in my opinion, but there's also some really good 808s in the Godfather as well. The next one I want to talk about is the Southside and Palace sample pack that just came out. I believe it's called Families or something like that. And pretty much everything in here is fire as well. So if you're looking for those 808 Mafia sounds, the hard 808s, the crazy hi-hats and all that stuff, this is definitely the kit for you. Also, a lot of really good melody loops in here as well if you're looking for some new melodies. So the 808s just go on and on. This thing is full of 808s and different drum sounds. You can also get this pack on Splice. So once again, if you have an account and you have credits, you should just go ahead and cop this whole thing because you're not going to be displeased with anything in here at all. I'm going to run through some of these hi-hats really quick because I was especially impressed by them. So I really like this bird one right here. This one. The Baker's awesome. Foster's dope. A lot of these are just really, really good hi-hats. The open hi-hats are cool as well. I'm not a fan of the kicks on this one. They're a little too distorted for my taste. I much prefer the Mob Tie kicks over this one, so don't get this pack for the kicks in particular. There's some really good percussion in this pack as well, and there is a couple snares that are nice in here as well. So if you're looking for some different snare samples, these are ones that I haven't really heard in a lot of the other kits that I have, so there's definitely some unique snares in there. I also want to give a special shout out to the new Holy Evolution drum kit. Some of these 808s on here are shorter than the ones you'll find in other kits, so they're really good for short 808s that are just really punchy and aggressive. I'll run through a couple of them really quick. So there's a lot of good ones in there as well. A lot of the claps and different samples like this, the claps, the snares, the hi-hats, are all really great. They're just a really low level, so you're definitely going to have to crank those up when you get them in your DAW. So I also really am not a fan of the kicks that are in this pack. The perks are pretty average. So really this one has some good snares, hi-hats, 808s, and some claps in it. But again, some of the samples are a little bit low, so you're going to have to crank up the volume on those. But this is definitely worth mentioning. I'm just going to show you this beat that I'm working with and show you the sounds that I'm using and which kits they are from. So let's take a listen to this. I'm going to turn off the melody. Alright, so this 808 is from the Southside and Palace family kit. Really awesome 808. This clap right here is also from the same kit. So just a really nice overall clap that you can use. The snare that I'm using in this beat is from the Cash Money AP Mob Ties 2 kit. Really awesome for a counter snare. Okay, I'm also using this hi-hat sample from the Southside and Palace kit. Like I said, they have some really hard hi-hats in there, so this sample's from there. I'm using this hi-hat from that same kit, the Mob Ties 2. Alright guys, so these are my top picks for 2020, this year's best drum kits on the market right now. So a couple of those are from Splice, so go ahead and grab those if you don't already. The other ones you'll have to go to the producer's individual websites and find them that way. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this one. Smash that like button for me, and if you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe because we're uploading new tutorials every single day. But besides that, brah, I'll be catching you again in the next one. Peace out.